Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru Omi Lade. I want to see if I can be heard. Last time, one time I got on, I could not hear, and I was like, "Oh my God, I have to erase an entire video because there's no sound." Oh, hope y'all are well out there. Okay, I see that I'm. Oh, I hear me. Okay. So I know it's working. Hello, hello. Greetings to everybody. I'm just going to put a little hello message down here. And I know the full moon was yesterday. But I have been a bit on the go and started feeling a little bit under the weather. And so I realized that I had to just honor my body. So yesterday, the moon moved into Taurus. It's like later in the day. Let's see here. The moon moved into Taurus at 3:36 p.m. and the new moon was exact last night at 10:26 p.m. This is Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not that late, about 12 hours late. So we're still in the midst of the new moon. Did I put full moon? Oh my God. I think I put the wrong title. But anywho, I'll fix that. It's new moon. Taurus is so rich. Grand rising. Look, I put it there. Happy new moon in Taurus. Yeah, people who are into astrology are going to be like, she's clueless. No, I'm not. I'm just a little busy. And Taurus is a moon that's all about, fullness and richness of nature and, experiencing exquisiteness. It's my moon. I feel so full. So that's why I put full moon. It's new moon. It's new moon. I'll fix it. I'll fix it, people. I'll fix it. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I wanted just to talk about this new moon because it is so pivotal. It's so pivotal for us. One of the reasons being that I just feel like this is one of our opportunities to kind of set intentions to have the year unfold in the best way possible. We have so much left to happen astrologically. Actually, the reading that I did for the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, and it's inside of my membership site. And some of the courses I've sold also, I put it there, but like the energy was a little bit heavy. It was a little bit heavy. I've just been getting a lot of Oyeku readings from the Odu. I've been getting a lot of O'Shea. And those have a lot to do with change and transformation and, just sort of like accepting the end is here. And the more you accept the end, the more abundant you'll, be on the other side of this thing. A lot of times when we're dealing with this kind of thing, Oya is a big player, right? And so no matter how we're looking at it, we're in a 4-year. 4 is about structure. And so just because, everyone was like, oh, 2020, the beginning of a new decade. Well, sometimes when you starting over, you're going to get a new structure. I mean, no matter how we look at this thing, there's a lot of newness happening for us. Okay. So, and it's not over. I don't care what governments say about when, folks going to get back out and start working and going to school and doing all that. None of that. It's part of, the unfolding. But at the end of the day, the spirits have spoken. The ancestors are at work. The ancestors are actually speaking at this new moon. The energy of the universe, which I believe there is a great divine wisdom that's in play, it has spoken. It is greater than humanity. It is greater than one, two, five, 10, 15 world leaders, all that kind of good stuff. It's greater than all of that. And actually, all of us have put this into motion. Nobody is a victim. We all have put this into motion. So, this moon, this new moon in Taurus, is an opportunity, number one, to set intentions for what it is you want to manifest. Like everything is being reset, whether you know, your job situation changed or not. Everybody has an opportunity to reset, put into motion. How is it that you really want to make money? Maybe it's not about making money for you. Maybe it's manifesting something. What is it that you really want to manifest? It's an opportunity to have a clean slate. And so we use the moon at Taurus, the new moon at Taurus, and the moon in Taurus all the time to reconnect with the material, how we want to materially manifest things. We can use this moon to reset what do we value. You know, there may have been some things that we were doing before and we were like, well, it's the right thing to do, but I hate it, right? What do you really value? So you'll get an opportunity to um, set new values. I think that's a very important thing to do because no matter what you value, that is what you are going to experience. This is what you will do. This is what you will focus on. No matter what you say, whatever you truly value in your heart, in your mind, your body, your spirit, that is actually what you're going to put forth your ashe, which is your focus, your energy, your life force. This is what you're going to channel your life force into. So Taurus is all about what do you value? And I hope you value yourself. I hope that you're setting intentions that are worthy of you, that are about you taking care of yourself, because that's something else that Taurus is all about. It's all about taking care of the self. It's about taking care of the body. It's about what kind of food you're eating. It's about, do you have self worth? Do you have self value? Or is your life reflective of you valuing yourself? Okay. Does your life show that you actually deem yourself to be worthy? These are all things that we do at this new moon in Taurus. And it's the energy of Oshun. So Oshun covers two areas for me because I talk Afro spirituality, which I do not limit myself to Ifa. I'm more than Ifa. I love Ifa, but I'm not just Ifa. This is a message that I'm going to get out this year. This chick is, I'm universal, and Ifa is a big part of what I do. It's a large part of my paradigm. So when we talk Oshun, she is from Ifa. And she also is a part of the goddess pantheon. I know some people don't like all this mixing, but you know what? At the end of the day, if folks love Oshun, folks just love Oshun. So she's, from the goddess pantheon in the Metuneter, which that's a lot of what my readings are based on. She would be Het Heru. Astrologically, she's Taurus, Venus, and Libra. And I also cannot forget the gorgeous Urza Lee from the Vodun pantheon. I love Urza Lee. Oh my gosh. This energy is so important. It cannot be overstated. The importance of you working with this energy of Oshun. First and foremost, she is a healing salve for us right now, because things are so different, odd, mm, just there, it's out of the ordinary for us. Even though we're moving into a new space, we're not going back. Um so I've noticed, for me, even though I teach dance fitness, I'm not teaching online. I decided that's one of the ways I decided to change things up. I'm not gonna jump online and and teach, but I'm taking people's classes. So a lot of people love taking these online dance classes, especially if the instructor is teaching live. That's Oshun. Okay. That's Hedaru. Um, People are able to get creative, and it's just a lot of needing to connect with this energy of fun and creativity and finding our joy. So Oshun is such a big player this year. And I feel like this new moon in Taurus is giving us an opportunity to deepen our connection to Oshun, Heteru, Urzali, Venus, Taurus, however you want to look at this, okay? Um, and do things for ourselves that make us feel, give us the ability to experience decadence, or um, sensual pleasures. It's very, very important for us to connect with that energy, to anchor ourselves into this energy, because if times get rough for you, you want to be able to match yourself back up with this energy. Well, if you don't do it from the beginning, then you'll have problems trying to figure out, okay, how do I connect with Oshun? How do I connect with Heteru? How do I connect with this energy? Okay. So that's important. But also, Venus is going retrograde in um, May, May 13th. And I just think that if we go on ahead and begin to put into play what is it that we want to manifest, every retrograde, every eclipse will help us to be able to make whatever we set now, and even at the Aries new moon, whatever we're setting right now, or back at Imbolc, or back at spring equinox, or at the beginning of the year, wherever you are setting these intentions, especially the longer term ones, we can use the energy of Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and the eclipses, all of which will happen. Actually, we're in the shadow period of Venus retrograde right now. And the retrograde, I mean, the eclipses end, or maybe it's the last eclipse is the first week in July. And then Mercury, maybe Mercury goes direct mid July. I just remember mid July sort of being a place where we're going to start feeling like, whoa, we're not being tossed and turned right now. But what we want to do is, y'all, not just let stuff happen, right? And not just kind of be like, well, I'll see what's going to happen. No, you need to be deciding what is it that you want to make manifest in your life. And then you use the energy in a conscious manner, however it's leading you, because there is a wisdom in this energy. You know, retrogrades, I feel like we actually have a greater chance to consciously work with that energy. Eclipses, even eclipses, if we pay attention, we can see where we need to go. And this retrograde of Venus in Gemini, you know, it's going to be showing us so much. It's going to be showing us so much for the next like year and a half, actually. Okay. So, whatever you want to manifest, all of that mess is going to be, perhaps for some of us, I hope that it's easy for you. I hope that it all unfolds with, effortlessly. But for a lot of us, I think we're going to feel very caught up from mid May through mid July. I'm just being 100. As my mama said, I'd be wrong if I didn't tell you the truth. Okay. So, this is one of the things that I wanted to share with you all, why this new moon is so important. Also, another piece that goes in with this new moon is the energy of change. Like Taurus is like the most inert sign of the zodiac. People talk about Taurus the bull, but it's Venus, Ocean. This is not pushy, cutthroat energy that we're talking about. We're not talking about a masculine. I know it's Taurus the bull, but it's It's a cow, all right, with some horns. It has access to the power of the bull, right? But we talking this soft, gentle energy. This is energy that's sort of like, I just don't want to move. Don't make me have to make a decision super fast. Hold up, y'all. Let me just say happy birthday to all of the Tauruses out there. Happy New Year to the Taurus risings and the Taurus moons. Happy, happy, happy new beginnings to you all. Okay, so if I didn't say it right then, I might forget it. So, but going back to this, it's the most inert sign. Taurus does not make a whole bunch of changes. Taurus does not want to move. But what's a part of this new moon is the planet Uranus. And so Uranus is, hello, everybody. Uranus is about change. It's about, baby, I don't care if I got to drag you, Taurus. We finna change, as we say down here in the South. We finna change some stuff up in here. All right. So it has the energy of change. It has the energy of up level progress. You can try to stay where you want to, but it's just it's just not one. Taurus is about, oh, let's have a good time. And initially that's what I was writing in my inner circle. Oh, it's time to have fun. It's time to have fun, but it's time to change too. All right. Let's have fun changing. Let's have fun up leveling. Let's have fun making some progress. All right. So just know that, this moon is setting into place also change and transformation. But it's more of like, I told you need to make some progress. Are you making progress or not? Now, if you are making the progress that you're supposed to make, you're going to feel like you're floating towards where you want to go, or you'll feel like you have something at your back that's just like pushing you there, pushing you there. You're just feeling like I'm going and I feel the help, right? But if you are not making the progress that you know you need to make, if you're not making the changes that you know you need to make, and it's not all the time about some great up level when it comes to material, whatever. It might be you need to make an up level in your mind. You need to make an up level in your friend circle. You need to make an up level in how you spend your free time. You just spending your free time doing not much that edifies you or brings forth your gifts or talents, right? And so if you aren't making the progress that you know, you can hear it, you can feel it. I don't have to tell you, you already know you need to make some changes. Then this will feel like somebody's dragging you and you don't have an option but to go. Sometimes some of the things that we lose, we might be losing them because they can't go with us. They're not a part of the up level. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'll tell y'all about the astrology in terms of the Metunetter, my aunt positive or Sarah positive. I was so happy to see this very, 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 very positive reading from the Oracle. Because sometimes it just feels like it's just so much bad news out there. My aunt is about blessings. She's about expansion. She's about growth. She's about living according to the divine laws of the universe. She's about forgiveness. She can see the big picture. She can see the vision. And she doesn't get tripped up on all the little small episodes. So imagine there's a series, a TV series. Some of these TV series go, I mean, for forever. They are on year after year after year. And each one of them have all these episodes. It has seasons and it has episodes. She don't get tricked by the episodes. She don't even fall for the seasons, right? Because she can see the big picture. She can see the entire thing. And she knows that each episode, each small event, it helps to make unfold the big picture. It all speaks to the big picture. It's about being optimistic. This is my eye. My eye says be optimistic. And the reason she's optimistic is she keeps her eye on the vision. And so this is going back to what I said, keeping your eye on the vision and have everything point towards the vision. And of course, if you value the vision, then you will. The only thing you'll do in your life is you will go towards that vision, even when distractions come and try to take you off, because your ego is going to throw out all kinds of distractions. But if every day you wake up and you have your eye on the vision, which is your new moon intentions, your new year's intentions, then you will keep moving in that direction. You will find a way to get undistracted. You will find a way to make sure that you don't sabotage yourself. Okay. So yeah, this is what my aunt speaks to. Maybe some of y'all need to do a little bit of forgiveness work during this time. And, maybe you need to forgive yourself. And another thing that I have been doing, which this has been years, I just sort of feel like it's not all the time easy to access this information. But one of the things I have committed to in my inner circle is teaching about the laws of the universe. I recently took a course, and there's been another one where it has the laws spelled out. But I don't like teaching about stuff until I'm like pretty certain I've applied it to my own life in a conscious manner. But when we think about the manifesting, which Taurus is a manifesting energy, it's about money. You need to be getting your money together. You need to be looking at your money if you don't have your money together. If you do have your money together, then, can you help somebody else get their money together? Or, now I'm not telling you how to invest, but can you invest in some kind of way um, to up level your money? So yeah, this is a very manifesting energy. And how do we manifest? It's through the laws of the universe. Do you know the laws of the universe? Right. And sometimes once we begin to understand the laws of the universe, this is all Ma'at. Ma'at is all about living according to the laws of the universe. Once we live according to the laws of the universe, you create your life by design. All right. You literally write your life. Um, and this is true because there have been times when you've thought something and it manifests almost out of thin air. Okay. The question is, can you do it consistently? All right. I was told to tell y'all, my eyes speaks to living according to the truth. So yeah, tell the truth, live the truth. And that's, I mean, I guess you could say people have their own personal truths, but if you align yourself with the highest truth, you can't go wrong with that. All right. If you're aligned with the highest truth, your life should be feeling optimistic, positive, and my eye represents knowingness. Uh, there's faith. Your life will be full of faith. And what is faith? It's knowingness. It's like I have no doubt this is exactly where I'm headed. This is what's going to happen. This is what truth is. And in a way, I guess I just sort of feel it like, yeah, okay. So next is Orser. Orser is align yourself with your higher self. You need to be operating according to what is spirit telling you to do. And it's spirit within you. I really typically, if somebody gives me a message that spirit gave them to give me, it's typically something I already knew. It's just spirit confirming it. Rarely is spirit telling me something I didn't know through somebody else. So I hope that you are having that kind of relationship with spirit. And yeah, I understand people like me, we get hired to help read the oracles for people who don't know how to read the oracles and you feel like a bit disconnected. Use this time, go outside into nature. Let nature teach you. That is the best way to connect with your inner guidance. It helps you to first of all, burn off just being outside, standing on the ground barefoot helps you to burn off lies. It helps to reset your energy because it's all about how do you stay connected? Well, nature, being out in nature, but also studying nature. How many people are talking about we can hear the birds more, the air is clear, everything seems so much more clarified outside. And if you're like me, I'm staying in most of the time. That when I walk outside, I'm like, whoa, this is amazing out here. It just is like in living color. And so this Taurus energy can help us better access our inner knowingness. So this is Oyser. Oyser is like live according to spirit, live according to your Ori, connect to your Ori. All of this will help you to better work with this new moon energy in Taurus. And lastly, the Odu. I don't know if I typically do an Odu, but I did an Odu for this one. Irasun, man. Whew, it's interesting. I've just been getting this quite a bit. This Irasun energy. Um, Irasun has to do with the ancestors. And how many times have I said this? Or maybe I've made a lot of videos, so I don't know who I've said it to. But if we ever needed the ancestors before, we sure do need them now. So Irasun says, call on your ancestors. You know, one of the things that the ancestors, whenever the ancestors speak in a reading, one of the reasons it's so important to connect with the ancestors is because the ancestors are they've lived here already through all of this. And so, who better to tell us how to navigate these times, whether they are crazy or whatever we deem as normal, than the ancestors? They done already been here and done that, right? So, I'll tell you, I don't know how much y'all have listened to people talk about astrology of the past, but back in 2017, when I first started getting crazy for astrology, the astrologers were already talking about 2020. And they were talking about how this was a time that would be likened until the um, the Great Depression. I was just like in denial because I was like, no, I don't want that because I don't even know a whole lot about the Great Depression, to be honest with you. But just the little bit that I remember looking at, it was horrible, right? And so I was like, ugh, I don't want to hear that. But and I still am going to believe that as a goddess devotee, we work with the spiral. And so there's no way we're going to experience exactly what they experienced during the Great Depression. It's just we're up the spiral. I know it may not seem like it sometimes, but we're up the spiral. And so, we have access to online businesses. People can launch online businesses. We have greater connectivity. Who knows how things are going to unfold and unravel, because what the astrology is saying is that there's going to be mass, people getting together and fighting for their rights and stuff like that. So, um, who knows how this is going to pan out, but it's so much easier to do that, virtually using even text. If people tried to control us on, these different platforms, we still have text. It's like crazy how much more technology we have now versus back then. But times is crazy. Times are crazy. So who better to ask for help than our ancestors? Yeah, call on your ancestors. They will show you some ingenious things to do, ingenious ways to be. They're already with you. But the more you consciously connect with them, then, the easier it is for them to help you. Some of y'all gonna be like, what am I supposed to do? All right, let me tell you. It's real easy. Hey, ancestors, of light, I'm calling on you to help me. I don't even know what kind of help I need. I just know this lady said, call on you. So I'm calling you, ancestors of light, to help me. Or ancestors, I need your help in this way. Whatever. And you can just lay it out. I need you to help me with fill in the blank. All right. Ancestors, where is this important? Should I really do this? And I'm gonna show you. I don't typically do this. So just know that this is a unique experience with Tyrone Milade. This is something I would easily share within my inner circle. I've shared it already. My inner circle members have seen this. Okay, so this is my pendulum. It doesn't really matter. Let's say, you have, I don't know what my keys are. Let's say all you got is a lanyard with keys. All right. As long as it can swing, that's all that matters. But you have the pendulum, okay? And you ask it, swing yes. And one of the ways you can guarantee if it's yes or no is you can just ask it a question that you know for sure, yes, right? So, do most people think today is April 23rd? And do most people think today is December 25th? And so, swing no, this is no. So, I know which direction my pendulum swings in, okay? And so, and you can do it with the keys too, I promise you. Um, so you don't need to go buy a pendulum. It's nice. It's nice if you have a dedicated pendulum. It just has more power and energy to it, right? And I chose this one. It doesn't have to have this on it. It could be however you want it to look, okay? It needs to reflect you. You can make your own pendulum. If you got a little piece of rope and something that you can dangle from it, okay? But let's say you want to dedicate use of your pendulum to working with your ancestors. So you could just hold up the pendulum and you could say, well, ancestors, should I share about the pendulum today? Like, I heard I was supposed to share about the pendulum. Do you want me to share? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Do you want me to tell them everything is working in their highest and greatest good? Like, do we have good energy surrounding us right now, ancestors? I'm asking higher level questions, but I'm just trying to show you. And they say yes, everything's gonna be okay. How it's gonna play out, they didn't say that. They did say it's all gonna be okay. Hello. Good, 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 good. So yeah, um, that's a way to connect with your ancestors. If you are initiated into a tradition that works with the ancestors, such as Ifa, you could use your 4 cowrie shells. So that's another thing. Yeah. So work with your ancestors. Now, another thing that Irasun says, and I was doing a reading for someone last night, and Irasun was the Odu. So I want to just read. This is from this book, Our Obi. It is by Baba Oshundia. Okay. But I like the way this says it because when I was talking to the person I was reading for, I was like, look, you need to write this down and put it up somewhere. And then I said, actually, all of us need this for this year. This is what Irasun says. Irasun says, careful reflection on one's path is necessary in order to move ahead. One must struggle to maintain clarity and understanding. This Odu advises that even during times of adversity, the individual must remain true to form. You cannot betray yourself. When suffering, this is what it says, when suffering betrayal from one's environment or the world, one should not betray one's self. Do not betray yourself right now, y'all. You also need to have careful reflection. You need to take care. It's like you need to be mindful in every step. One of the keys to self-realization, self-mastery is awareness. And so taking those careful steps is making you aware. And because the path, the way the ancestors work, the path is lit before you. Now, you may not see the entire path. Martin Luther King Jr., he's quoted on saying this, you may not see the entire staircase, but just take the next step. And being mindful of where is the freaking step. This is how people tripping up in life. They just running to and fro, right? So we need to be cautious, we need to be careful, and we need to um, uh, take measured action uh, in order to avoid the pitfalls of selfishness and short-sighted behavior. Extend the parameters of the self, which speaks to that ma'at is about expansion. Okay. And that's why I said this Taurus new moon, you just know this moon actually is about change, up level progress. Um, so the way I explained it to the person last night was, when you find yourself operating from a small place, you have to be aware of that and catch yourself and say, why am I selling myself short? Why am I being so limited in my thinking? Why am I being limited in my behavior, in my way of being? I need to find a way to expand myself beyond this place. Every opportunity you get right now, Eero Soon is saying, expand yourself beyond what you currently know yourself to be. This will keep you on the straight and narrow path to abundance. Logic and common sense should be one's traveling companion on the journey. Logic and common sense. And I know this is an emotional time, but yeah, Venus retrograding in Gemini, all the planets are getting ready to move into Gemini too pretty soon. Yeah. just know, just know that logic and common sense coupled with, listening to our intuition from spirit, it's going to win you big. It's going to win you big. Any questions? Anybody? You know what? I'm going to do just some quick. If you are here, I'm going to, let me get my oracle. I'm just going to pull a quick card for you. All I do is ask that you say, pull a card for me in the comments. I'll give y'all a few minutes, a few seconds, because I know sometimes there's a little bit of a lag or delay, but if somebody wants a free reading, I will do that for you. It's really just a much love. WZE, did you want one? Yes or no? I don't want to do a reading if you don't say definitely yes. Okay, Virgo, Willis, Goddess 3. I pulled this one. This is the energy called White Chat. I see you, Monica, and WZE. Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so this is for Virgo, Willow. Okay. This card is about psychic intuition. Trust your gut. It's speaking in the positive, so it's saying trust your gut. You do have to be careful of energy surrounding you. Be careful the colors that you wear, and also you really need to focus on the eclipses. So I don't know how the eclipses affected you from December and January. You could be working with that eclipse energy and the changes that you were asked to make during that time, because this is eclipse energy and we're headed into those eclipses. So eclipses are important for you, but also it's psychic energy. And you've got to protect and guard yourself, because it could make you, pick up on stuff that's not yours. But it's actually saying that you can see the direction that you need to take. You just need to trust your gut and follow it. All right. It's the energy of Oya. I will give you the goddess Oya. You're working with Oya. Let's see here. WZE, you're next. Whoa. WZE, you got Herakahuti. This is also the energy of Ogun. It's also the energy of Mars. And it is hot, fiery energy. It's saying you need to be courageous. It's fighting energy. It's saying you have the fight in you that you need. Okay. It's protective energy. So if you feel afraid in any kind of way, WZE, then what I encourage you to do is to call on the energy of Herakahuti Ogun to surround you. It's an energy that is about taking action. So if you should be taking action and you're not, you want to take action, of course, guided by wisdom. You don't want to be rash and you don't want to be hasty, but you definitely want to move forward. This is not the time to sit and not do anything. Okay. You need to be taking action and exercise. In terms of goddess energy, this is the energy of Mars, and Oya is ruled by Mars. So I'll also give you the energy of Oya to work with. Monica. Monica, your energy is Geb. So Geb is saying, number one, the resources are there. This is about abundance. This is about prosperity. And it's saying that whatever it is you need, you just have to open yourself up to receiving it. It's about healing the abundance consciousness. And Geb is about health. And so it's saying, definitely focus on your health. If you've been worried about your health, even if you have felt bad, I would think that this is an indication that you're going to be okay. Um, but if you haven't been taking care of your health, or if there's some health changes that you feel like you need to make, go ahead and make those changes. This is the energy of the earth. So I'm going to give you Oshun, just because we're working with the energy of the earth through Taurus. So I will give you the energy of Oshun because it is manifesting energy also. Patrice, I got ya. Good. Yes. Very good, WZE. And I see you, Aisha. Okay, so next is Patrice. You're welcome, Virgo. Willow. Oh, let me take this off. I have a light on me so that it doesn't look so dark with the window behind me, and that light heats me up. I have on my new shirt, has the moon on it. Okay. I'm in my a little bit of like what do you call this? I don't know, just like ocean renewal mode. Cause I'm always like, y'all like my hair, even though I know right now I know y'all don't like my hair because there's nothing new about it. But I'm like, I got new clothes. So ocean, so ocean. Okay, this is for Patrice. Patrice. Oh, right here. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So y'all are all into a yeah today. This is the energy of Nekabet. So Patrice, if you remember the first one that I pulled for Virgo Willow, um, it was red, right? Hot, fiery, psychic energy. Well, this is the other part of that card. This is cool psychic energy. And what it's saying is that, like, this kind of energy you'll find real quiet. It's like the wind. Okay. It's like the wind. And so you got to make sure you're getting quiet enough to hear it. But your intuition is very high right now. You need to trust your gut. You too need to really pay attention to the eclipses because this is the other part of the eclipse. It's always two eclipses. So you need to pay attention to the eclipses. And you need to protect your energy. Whenever you have this kind of energy speaking, you have to protect your energy. You have to watch what color you wear, what you're watching, just everything, or else you can find you're going to get sick, right? So protect your energy and trust your gut And those of you who are getting this kind of, energy, you've got to understand the path will be shown to you. The question is, are you listening? This I relate to the energy of Oya. So you too, Patrice, are working with Oya. Y'all, Oya is reigning supreme. Oya reigns supreme. Last year, she reigned supreme. This year, like I said, I can't tell you how much I've been seeing Oyeku. In terms of Odu, it's just been so much Oyeku out there. Hi, Aisha. All right. So you feeling that, Patrice? Okay, cool, cool, cool. You definitely pay attention to those eclipses too, okay? Aisha, Aisha, Aisha. Hmm. Let's see here, Aisha. Aisha, this is your card. You have Amen. So, what is Amen in the pantheon of the Metanetter? It is the energy of the great divine supreme being. It is the unmanifest reality. What we see, according to the great teachers, is 1% of reality. And then there's the 99%. This card is about the 99%. It is about the unseen um, realm. And so, whenever this card speaks, it's saying it's important for you to get quiet and to unplug, to turn off everything, which I know is so hard right now because we depend so much on, social media and just technology in general. Connectivity is important, but as much as you can, it's saying you need to disconnect because the connection could be creating a lack of peace. So, more than anything, if I could tell you the one thing that I always do whenever I get this reading for myself, I always tell myself I will do whatever it takes to feel completely and totally at peace. Because one of the things our men says is that when you are in touch with the highest truth, there's nothing in the world that moves you. You don't feel, you could see the worst thing that most people could think is possible to happen, and all you will feel is complete and utter peace because this is a holographic projection. And so what this is saying for you is to unplug from this being seeming like the real world and step into the highest truth, which is, you'll know you're doing that because you're going to feel at peace. And the last little piece that I'll give to you, Aisha, is clear your subconscious mind. It's important for you to deprogram yourself and to operate according to, like, you have to find a way to clear your slate, like get rid of all your past conditionings, all the hurts, the pains, the wounds. If that applies to you, whatever's there, you've got to get rid of it. Okay. So peace, unplug, get quiet, meditate, and clear your slate. Use some hypnosis or subliminal messages or something like that to get your mind to the point where you're just present. All right. Hope that makes sense. All righty, cool. That's everybody. So I'm going to go on ahead and end this. I hope that y'all like the readings. I don't all the time do live readings, but yeah, that's what my readings. Oh, good, very good. Yeah, the spirit really wanted me to speak to you. I was like, oh, I hope I'm not going on too much. But that message is very deep and profound. Oh, if I say you were working with anybody, let me give you a goddess to work with. Just work with the great mother goddess, okay? Just work with the great mother goddess. You're welcome, Monica. Um, I really, Monica, something I'm gonna do is I got to get that course uploaded for working with the laws of the universe inside of the inner circle. So I'll make sure I get that. I have another course planned for this month, but I'm gonna get the laws of the universe. Hopefully for May, I'll upload the laws of the universe course. So thank y'all so much. I'm wishing y'all a great lunar cycle. And I want y'all to take a moment to take some deep breaths because we're going to have to be on our A game once Venus goes retrograde. It's on and popping until mid-July. Okay? Awesome. 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 Alrighty, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. And yeah, just may the Oracle be your guiding light. This is your goddess guru. Always, always feel free to comment, like, and share. And you can go to my website to learn more about what I offer. Oh, one thing I did want to say is at the beginning of all of this madness, I offered a special reading, $35 for a 30-minute reading. And so I'm going to bring that reading back probably in the next few days. I only post 10 because I can only do so many at one time. So please be looking for that if you feel like you want to get a reading. One of the things, and y'all can let me know, does anybody need an eclipse reading? It looks like some of y'all need eclipse. I was thinking about putting together a special reading with how is Venus retrograde? And there's three eclipses that we're going to experience. The three eclipses, how are these going to affect you specifically? At the very least, the last time I did the reading, I gave people mostly, I can't remember what I did. Anywho, that's just an idea. Very good, Kenya. Glad to hear that. But yeah, if you watch this and you're like, yeah, girl, that knowing how these eclipses and the retrogrades, it's actually going to be a Mercury retrograde in there too. It's going to be Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, and three eclipses. And I was thinking, I could hit that in 30 minutes for most anybody. If you have your time of birth. If you don't have your time of birth, okay. I will, I can always use the oracles. They always come through. All right, cool. Thanks, Patrice. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I also have an inner circle that I post weekly readings in. It's a very extensive reading. Do I have mine? Yes, I use my own reading. But there's a video that goes with it. And this is like 5 or 6 pages. You don't have to print them out. I print mine out just because I do better sometimes when I print things out. But weekly reading, I do a monthly reading where I go over just I let you know the landscape for the month. So it's 5 readings that you're going to get. And I post a class of some sort each month, every class that I've posted. So for instance, the Oshun course that I had for sale at one point, it's accessible to everybody in my membership site. I make all my courses accessible to people in my membership site. So you can find out more about that. You get the first 7 days for free. I'm like, y'all, come on. Y'all need to give it a try. So yeah, anywho. Oh, one last thing. I need to start writing my announcements down. There's so many people out there who, and I might just make another video, but let me just say this real quick. Be on the lookout on my community tab. I'm going to interview a Babalawo friend of mine because so many people ask me about Ifa. And I'm going to start referring you all to him. Like if you want your leges or whatever people are wanting, that is his, even though we feel the exact same thing, we flow in the exact same way. Being someone's godmother with an Ifa, that is not my full-on calling. I'm more into the goddess track that I'm on in terms of initiation. So even though I assist him, he's the lead on Ifa. And so I'm going to be interviewing him soon so y'all can get to know him. And when people ask me, can you help me get my leges, or can you help me get this pot or that pot? I'm be like, I got somebody for you. And here he is. So y'all be on the lookout for that. That's coming up really soon, maybe within the next few days. All right. So love y'all. Take care. Peace. Happy new moon in Taurus.